Hey, Joe Gilder here from HomeStudioCorner.com. Just got back from Jamaica. You can take the boy out of Jamaica, but you can't take away my hat. Anyway, you may have seen this if you're subscribed to my email list. Last week, went to Jamaica with my beautiful wife to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. It was loads of fun, and this is my first video back in the saddle, and I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. So here's something I want to show you. I've been meaning to show you this for a couple of weeks now, and I'm finally doing it. So this has to do with something that's near and dear to my heart and also scares the crap out of me. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about rehearsing. I've talked about this a little bit and maybe alluded to this in another video or podcast, but I want to specifically show you my setup because it's kind of not unique, but it's something I've always intended to do but never did because I'm lazy. But now I got over my laziness and actually set it up. So what this is, as you may know, I have a goal to play the Ryman Auditorium here in Nashville. Now, you may think, oh my goodness, that's an amazing goal. Or you may think, big deal, there's a lot bigger venues in the world. And you're right, whichever side of the road you fall on. But as you can see here, I started a website. If you just go to roadtotheryman.com, it'll take you here. And I'm going to sort of occasionally update this to kind of document my process of why I have this goal and what I'm doing to move towards it. And will I ever get there? I don't know, but it's going to be fun to try. As you can see here, I write down my goals most every day, and that was the first one of the day. Play the Ryman in my best Thomas Jefferson penmanship. So anyway, all this to say, I'm a musician, I'm a songwriter, I'm also a recording guy, and I've got these several albums worth of songs that are good and that I think would be great to play out, to start promoting. I tend to just make albums and then put them on the shelf. I say, hey, I've got an album, then I just leave it alone. Not great. Don't take lessons from me as far as that goes. But I've realized that, and I want to get this music out there more, and ultimately I'd love to play the Ryman. It's a magical place. If you ever come to Nashville, make sure you see a show there, even if it's some kind of music you don't even like or just a comedy show. Come there. It's a really cool venue. It's an old church building. Sounds amazing. Anyway, so I want to play there one day, and first step was to write some music, so I did that over the last couple years. Next step is to put a band together, start playing shows, and build up a fan base. So I've got the Home Studio Corner fan base, but that's not the same. So lots of challenges there. Anyway, I'm rambling. I apologize. I know you YouTubers hate ramblers. So point being, I want to play the Ryman. That means I need to rehearse with my band. But if we rehearse once every 2 weeks or even once a week, I'm not a super great musician. I can't just get up there and nail everything as much as I'd like to think I am. I need rehearsal, and I need more than just the band rehearsal. That's just for us to put the arrangements together, but each of us, especially me being the guitarist and the vocalist, I need to get my parts down pat, and that comes through repetition, that comes through doing it a lot, that comes through becoming really comfortable there. And I realize when I step in front of the mic and play my songs, I'm not used to playing them live. As weird as that is, I'm used to sitting down and writing them and then going through the recording process where I never actually play and sing them at the same time. So this is, sadly to say, kind of new to me. So I've set up a regimen for rehearsing, and I've created a session in Studio One, and it's called Ryman Rehearsal. Isn't that cute? Double R's, so clever. And what I've done here is I've imported these stems from the different songs that we're working on. So the stems are here. You can see it's drums. When I say stems, I just mean the mixed down audio files. So all the drums are here, bass, electrics, keys, vocals, background vocals, and a few other stuff, acoustic guitar. And I bring them in here, and then as you can see these grayed out sections, I mute the electrics and the vocal, and I play along to whatever's left. So if we listen to all of these, when the drums come in on the song Mission, so I'm playing along to that. And so how does this work? Couple things. First of all, I've got a metronome or a tempo track up here at the top, and I automate the tempo. So this one's 140. The next song happens to be 140 as well. And then this one, you can see it jumps down to 110, which means the click will change tempos as we go through this session. So essentially, once I'm done with this, I've got about 5 or 6 songs in here now. Eventually, I'll have the whole set in here, and I can jump to whatever song I want and rehearse that. Or what I've been doing is just rehearse through all the songs. I'll set up a new song today. I put Feel in here, which is the podcast intro, if you're familiar with that. So I've set that one up, and then I rehearse through all the songs. And what I do is I rehearse, but I also record it. This is the part that really hurts. So as you can see, these top 2 tracks here are simply a vocal and a guitar. So I've got my vocal, you can see it behind me. My studio's a mess. It's the AKG D5 plugged into my ADL 700 preamp with some EQ and compression on there. Run that in, and then my guitar is just direct through this Avid 11 rack, and I record them in. And you can do this, I can set up in-ear monitors, and I can do it that way, or I can just sing through the speakers, which is what I've been doing because I don't do a lot of singing with stage monitors. I'm usually with in-ears, so trying to practice that as well. So what happens is I've got the click coming out of the left speaker, I've got the music coming out at me, and then I'm singing and I'm playing, standing kind of right behind where I'm sitting right now. And I go through the set, and I make tons of mistakes, and I miss tons of notes, but I'm getting slowly better because what I do is I record it, and then I mix it down. Literally just bounce down that session, and I keep those in a folder that I can access on my phone via Dropbox. And the folder is simply labeled Rhyme and Rehearsals, and I label them with the date. So as you can see, I got 3 days almost in a row, then I went on vacation and came back. And so today's my first day back rehearsing. So the goal here is I can come here anytime I want and hear how I've evolved over time. This was really disappointing session. This one was better, and they've gotten a little bit better each time. I'm getting better at performing, but also kind of figuring out my guitar tone and things like that. And I'm not nearly close to where I want to be. If you came and said, Joe, play the rhyming tonight, I would do it, but I would not be prepared. Maybe I wouldn't do it. I don't know. Test me. But this has been a really cool process for me. So since I know you probably want to hear, here's what the rehearsal sounds like. You can hear the click bleeding through the vocal microphone here, but this is kind of gives you a glimpse into my world. I set things up and I get in rock out mode and I just rock. And I try to do this every day if I can. But it's a good hour at least of setting things up and then recording it. It'll be longer as I get more songs. So the process will evolve, I'm sure. But if you need to rehearse and need to practice, this is a great way to do it. A, because you're rehearsing to not just your guitar, so you can hear how your instrument fits in with everything else, but also you record it and listen back, and it exposes the flaws really quickly, which next time you rehearse, you remember those, and so you're a little more likely to get those right. Lather, rinse, and repeat. Suddenly you're playing the rhyming and it sounded amazing. Fingers crossed. But yeah, here's a little snippet of the song Mission. You've probably heard this one before. 1, 2, 3, 4. So even there, you can hear I did the bridge pickup on the intro, cranked, and I'm experimenting with using a little more overdrive on this song. I'm not sure where I land on it, but then on the chorus, but when I'm not playing the riff, I flip to the neck pickup, and you can hear right at the beginning when I was flipping, I missed it and missed the first couple of beats. 30 years. so bad. Those types of things that I would forget by the time I got to the end of the song in rehearsal, now it's forever immortalized and I can hear it and it hurts me. And that pain tends to make me do a little bit better. So there you go. One humble man's way of rehearsing seems to be working pretty well. Hope that was fun for you. See ya.